There we go. Apologies
We're in.
for the minute of our faces. I am so sorry. You guys didn't miss anything.
No proxy, just building barracks. Nice and snowy here on altitude.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a bit of snow right now.
No, man, it's so hot. 101 Fahrenheit today.
My God, I don't even know what that means, but it's over 100, so.
Yep. Here, I'll translate for you. 38 degrees today.
My God!
Yeah.
That is disgusting. Here I'm complaining on it's like 25, which is probably 80 or 90.
25 is 77. Yeah, 77 gorgeous. Yeah, hottest day of the year so far, definitely.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's places in Arizona today that were getting up to like 113, which is 45 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I heard there may be like a new heat record broken Death Valley too.
Exciting stuff.
That's pending the imminent destruction of humanity.
Correct. Very exciting. All right. Both players are expanding. Both players, I guess the starport's on the way from GuMiho. Like I said, everything's on the table here, except battle cruisers. They take too long to get out for this first attack.
Yeah, not in the initial stage of the game. If one of these guys ends up going mech and turtling, we could see the BCs. ByuN, or GuMiho, pardon me, capitalizing on his Reaper advantage, grabbing 2 SCVs, potentially a third. No, he doesn't actually get that one building the starport, but still 2 SCVs for nothing. Nicely done.
Yeah, beautiful opening. In a mirror matchup especially, that's going to be huge. Cloak Banshee from GuMiho on the opening. What did I tell you? Cloak, Cyclone on the way here from ByuN.
Uh-oh, GuMiho got a little too excited.
No, the supply block is going to ruin everything.
Although that was just the CC taking its time, so...
Yeah, fair. Yeah, could have been much worse. Yeah, Medevac, Cyclone, like, I don't know. If you gave me $100 to predict exactly what the opening of a Terran player like this would be in a TvT, I couldn't do it.
I don't even think the Terran pros know. They're just like, oh, well, I guess I'll build a Cyclone and some Marines, and hey, I got a starport.
Yeah, I didn't even mention Widow Mines and Hellions and Hellbats. Those are terribly viable too.
Literally
like,
every unit.
Except the battlecruiser. But literally everything else.
We even see that sometimes, though. That's the thing. So it's not like we never see it.
Well, not in the opening.
No, not in the opening.
I'm just talking about the opening.
Oh,
every Terran unit is viable except for the BC. It's insane.
Yeah, we got a Liberator on the way here for ByuN. That's an incredible unit for harassment, for pushes. And it is going to be an 8 Marine drop. Cyclone and Reaper crossing the map as well. The Banshee's crossing the map for GuMiho, so the Towel Terran is going to have to defend here while trying to get some damage done with his Banshee. Cloak is done, but he doesn't have a ton at home to defend this, to respond to it quickly. He's got
to unsiege his tank, bring it back here, try to get a couple hits off. Cyclone gonna do okay here too. Lock-on tries to kill the meta. That can't quite pull that off.
Oh, the Banshee.
Banshee gets scanned out. No! Cyclone shuts it down.
ByuN's in the natural as well. Kills off 7 SCVs. The Cyclone is trying to kill the Banshee. If he gets that, it would be huge. Good cloak by GuMiho. Keeps it alive, but the Red Terran definitely came out on the losing end of that.
Yeah, man. Banshees, Liberators. What did I tell you? Marines, Medevacs, Ravens getting started here from GuMiho. It's just a giant... It's a cornucopia of Terran here.
That is the perfect term.
And it's not Thanksgiving season, but that's okay. It still works. Yeah, Cyclones, as always, the perfect unit to just rebuff any kind of attack coming into your main. Gets rid of Banshees, gets rid of Ravens, gets rid of Vikings, and all sorts of evil stuff. Like I said, Vikings, everything's on the table. It's all there.
ByuN really is countering any potential mech by GuMiho. However, it is bio from the Terran, but still, having 2 Vikings on the way never hurts. Four racks on the way up for GuMiho, so he's gonna have that production online in a minute. It might be a bit scary before then, as ByuN was much quicker on that. Banshee going towards the natural base, or the main, either or.
Okay, 2-shot in these SCVs like a boss. But the Vikings are like, no?
Oh, does escape, but then another scan gets burned. Still though, each scan is minus 250 minerals for the Terran.
That's true. Gonna slow down ByuN just a little bit for the cost of a Banshee. Probably a fair deal. Both players working on that +1 infantry attack, stim, armor, more and more barracks being produced, so we're pretty much past the weird stage of TvT now. We're moving into more standard stuff with the Marines and the medevacs and the Marauders and stuff.
Yeah.
By that I mean there are no Marauders.
No Marauders. GuMiho could be a little bit vulnerable here, as ByuN has got the much quicker stim and bioforce, but as long as he can hold on for a minute, he should be fine. 2 turrets are going up. The Vikings are flying towards the main base prior to this, though, so they'll be able to land to get some damage done to potentially pull GuMiho out of position. ByuN's going to load up in his medivacs. He's got a tank there. He's going to aim for the natural. There's the landing. The tank is going to shell away on this, though, so that does push away the Terran, and look at that. ByuN just lost 2 Vikings for 2 SCVs.
Yeah, trying to unload in a base protected by a siege tank is just a tall order, and ByuN is forced to evacuate pretty much immediately after landing there because of that tank. So,
yeah,
smart stuff by GuMiho.
That was great positioning. Notably, both Terrans have missile turrets in their main bases, so really giving respect to that air harassment.
I mean, I would. Without a doubt. Marines, pretty good answer to Cyclones. Like, Cyclones have a few things that are really good against them, and Stim Marines are one of those things. Yeah, siege tanks up, Ravens ready to auto turret as necessary, interference matrix as necessary, just a good kind of jack of all trades there.
Yeah.
Army value is 63 to 55 in favor of GuMiho, and ByuN's the one who's trying to be aggressive here.
Having a Raven never hurts, although he might not have Ravens for long. Oh no, he loses one. There's an anti-armor missile, however, gonna force ByuN out of there.
Yeah.
Still a really nice pick off there by ByuN. Gets a full energy Raven just about.
Yeah, I think killed the Raven that threw down the anti-armor missile, right?
Yeah, because the other one's at full energy, so.
Yeah, that's cool. Did save his buddy there. That was nice. 4th base coming up, 12 o'clock here for ByuN. GuMiho scouting out to see if it's safe for him to get a 4th base down here at the 6 o'clock, quite possibly. Doesn't seem like he wants to move out, so expanding is probably your better option here. Man, it's 76 to 59 workers in favor of ByuN. What a massive economic advantage.
Yeah, definitely. GuMiho moves in. However, there is a tank on the low ground for ByuN. The superior numbers for GuMiho will allow him to push through this. ByuN's going to lose the tank. Trades out pretty decently. Another tank on that LaughNgamez watchtower. I love how ByuN siege tanks up on those, just so he can use F2 if he needs, but still have them.
That is... I like that position a lot for those tanks. I mean, this one's going to die, but hey, it did some work.
3rd base,
ByuN.
Incredibly vulnerable. ByuN pauses for half a second. The tanks for GuMiho will get sieged up and save his bacon.
Yeah, Cyclone picking off a single Marine, usually used to getting a bit more than that, but it will take the damage nevertheless.
Look at this.
Look at this. 4 basing ByuN, man. Economy is on fire for ByuN. GuMiho needs to kill a base, or he's just going to fall further and further behind here.
Yeah, and that is not the trade that he needs. He gets his tank sieged up, so he will push ByuN away, but ByuN's got 2-2 as well, so his Marines are infinitely better than those of GuMiho.
Yeah, army value is bigger for GuMiho, but GuMiho going home now is not the answer, dude.
No, I mean, it's one of those things. As long as he can max out, he will not just up and lose the game, but He does need another base up. There's a big drop by ByuN getting planned. GuMiho has got Marines in the bottom left, ready to intercept this, however. Oh, is ByuN gonna boost? The Marines for GuMiho are positioned so perfectly. He sees them. He doesn't quite get a full medivac. That would have been huge. GuMiho moving out to seize the Xel'Naga watchtower. This army in the bottom left is going to engage the army of GuMiho. Can he load up? He doesn't. He's buying himself a lot of positioning, though, as the right side of GuMiho is quite vulnerable.
Yeah, ByuN is sharking hard here, man. He has a big old 107 supply army stimming in here. Yeah, that attempt at a fourth base canceled. No, thank you. And that third base is in a ton of trouble here, too. The army of GuMiho is caught out in position on that left side. He's going to try to come home, but I think that third orbital is just dead. Yeah, going to try to repair through it, but nope.
And yeah, GuMiho is pretty screwed.
Yeah, no, that's it. He's on 2 bases to 4 bases for ByuN with the 5th base on the way. There is just not a path forward here. GuMiho needs like the greatest attack of all time here, and ByuN needs to, like, I don't know, go temporarily blind or something.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. GuMiho trying to get a nice drop off here, but again, siege tank on defense means that's not going to happen. High ground exists for ByuN. Anti-armor missile. That's pretty split, actually. One of the best ones I've seen. Usually Terrans don't even bother to split against that. They're just like, whatever.
Yeah, well, they're so quick.
Yes. But ByuN managed to successfully pull that off. Yeah, GuMiho's trying to, like, get out of his own natural base. Not going well for him. GG, ByuN. Yeah, once ByuN has a base on you in a TvT, it's a tough ask here. Yeah, that workers active graph, he just skies up to 80 workers or so, and GuMiho never gets above 60.
Yeah, he neglected his economy too much.
Yeah, tough luck. Tough play there. So ByuN takes the 1-0 lead here in this best of 7. Just beautiful macro, beautiful upgrades. Splitting against anti-armor missile like an absolute madman. Gotta love that.
Okay, we await GuMiho's map pick.
So GuMiho drops his first map of the day after 3-0ing Hero.
Yeah.
Gonna need a moment to kind of collect himself after that game 1 for sure. So he's gonna pick Ancient Cistern for the game number 2. So it is going to be his map. And we'll see how that goes for him, if he's going to have any kind of an advantage here against ByuN for game number 2. It's a best of 7. Dropping game 1 isn't the end of the world. But against somebody like ByuN, being down at all is just a tough experience.
ByuN is ready. Is GuMiho ready? Go. And away we go.
And away we go. That's right. Game 2. Thanks everyone for using that Matcherino code. If you have already, if you haven't, hop on that. Matcherino lets you log in with like every login system known to man. It is Battle.net, Facebook, Google, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Microsoft, and Line. If you have any of those logins, you can log in with Matcherino. Click claim code, and you're done. It takes 4 seconds.
Okay. In the bottom left, it's the Towel Terran. It's GuMiho.
And in the top right, he's scary. He's up 1-0. It's ByuN.
Okay, I'm going to open a window. I'll be back in 1 second.
Sounds good. Hoorah. So, we're on Ancient Cistern, huge map, tons of places to expand, millions of places to take your bases. No proxy here. Proxies, again, fairly common in TvTs, pretty strong. I haven't seen any in the first 2 games here either, so. Oh, if you had told me that ByuN's going to play 5 games of TvZ and 2 games of TvT and not proxy in a single one of them, I would have been suspicious.
Yeah, we gotta see a proxy this series.
It'd be nice.
I predict a Game 4 proxy.
Oh, okay. I like it. I'm not going to say no to that. GuMiho on the scout says, I would just like to know what ByuN is up to, and ByuN says, I have a plan. No need for me to scout. Not in this match.
Okay. Double gas from both of these fellas. Okay. Reaper for GuMiho gets in, kills ByuN's SCV. The SCV of GuMiho goes down as well, so an eye for an eye. GuMiho is like, yeah, I got an SCV here. I'll build a bunker, which will provide high ground vision. One more SCV goes down, so GuMiho seems to be getting the better hand of this, but at the same time, he sent another SCV to the natural, I guess expecting that the Reaper of ByuN would have headed home, but it did not. Both players getting damage done to each other. Reaper for GuMiho eating Hellion shots. He can kill another SCV, however, but then another SCV dies on GuMiho's side of the map, so... this
trades
game
here.
is even.
Yeah, all that work for just getting back to where we started.
This is why playing TvT is such a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix says no sound is coming through?
That's bizarre. We do have audio.
It's bizarre. Maybe it's just him.
Could you confirm, please, there, Phoenix?
Well,
yeah, OBS says
us.
there's audio. And you can, yeah, we can hear each other.
Yeah. Type it in, see what we can get. Starport coming in from ByuN. Again, this could be Liberator, Banshee, Viking, anything. Except for Battle Cruiser.
Might have asked
he
you
says
this.
that she hears too. Yo.
Might have asked you this in the previous match, but or the previous cup. What's your thoughts on Stormgate so far?
I was a little underwhelmed by the gameplay trailer release.
Yeah, me too, a little bit.
Yeah, I just felt like there wasn't enough there for me to get excited about. And they didn't explain enough of what was happening for me to really understand what to be excited about, you know?
That's a very valid point.
Yeah.
Like, the game's going to be balanced around 3v3 from what I read as well.
Wait, what?
That's something... That was a Reddit comment that I read, that the game's designed for 3v3, not 1v1.
That is an interesting choice.
Yeah, particularly when they're calling it a Starcraft successor. I don't know how true that is or not, but...
Right.
With how it looks all MOBA-y, I wonder if... I mean, it kind of looks like MOBA graphics. 3v3 would push it more towards even being like that.
Hey, look, it's a weird composition of a tank, 3 Hellions, 4 Reapers, and 4 Marines. Why not?
It's a lot here for ByuN, though, but there is an auto turret potentially for GuMiho. The Banshee can work away on the Marines. The tank gets a shot off, and that will really bruise these units up. That should be enough to push this away.
Yeah, that tank's not long for the world. He's got to unsiege, get picked up, and boost out of there. So ByuN gets rebuffed. Nicely done. Couple SCVs died. Not the end of the world.
TvT is stressful, man.
Yeah, totally.
I do not envy these guys.
Yeah, especially at this level.
Yeah, I would not want to be GuMiho playing versus ByuN, or be ByuN playing against GuMiho.
No. More Ravens on the way from both players here. Cyclone trying to pick off that Banshee, gets the high ground. Siege Tank in a position to cover that little angle too. Very nicely placed by GuMiho. For that tank position. Another one coming out, and I don't know if ByuN's going to try to keep coming on in here or not. He's sort of swinging home with some of his units.
Yeah, and things are very even. If we take a look here, it's it's 3 command centers for both players. GuMiho's is a little bit earlier. He's got the slightly quicker racks. ByuN's got Stim on the way, so yeah, it's very even.
But both players working on Stim. Both players are going to have a lot of Marines, if nothing else, for the rest of this game. That's one thing you can generally predict in a TvT.
Yeah, GuMiho has got 3 Ravens. ByuN's got 2. The third base being secured for GuMiho, so he can float that over, get a slight lead on that over ByuN. Hellions and Reapers try to go up the ramp.
Yeah, that was not a good trade for ByuN there. That was rough. Rough outcome for sure. Alright. Scan, sees the 3rd CC. GuMiho's got his own 3rd CC landing now, so timings are pretty much the same there. And that was a good catch by GuMiho again. Just kind of trying to find ByuN's random units hanging out. Oh, Siege Tank obliterates that Reaper.
Rip.
Rest in peace, sir.
Yeah, it's not a big deal losing your Hellions and Reapers at this point in the game, but it's still a nice win for GuMiho. Marine runs into a Medivac of ByuN. Great find there.
Yeah, both players pumping those Marines out as much as they can. 7 at a time for ByuN, 5 at a time for GuMiho. Just kind of powering up, macroing up on 3 bases, and someone's going to have to move out eventually. We're not going to sit here to 200 supply, that's for sure. But for now, kind of a calm.
Yeah. ByuN can't say that's surprising, being the player to move out.
No, not at all.
He's got that Medivac going for a drop over. There's a tank and 2 missile turrets there.
Swinging down the right side with the bulk of his army. Siege Tank, Marines, Cyclones, Medivacs, Ravens in that mix too.
Yeah, GuMiho is actually quite out of position for this. He's not really responding, repositioning his tanks. There's his Vikings working away on one of the Ravens of ByuN. That's nice. But then we take a look. There's no tanks by this base, so GuMiho's got to go on in to try and deal with this, but he's going to have a hard time dislodging the tanks of ByuN.
Yeah, 2 siege tanks firing away on that orbital at the 3rd base. Oh, GuMiho losing a siege tank, trying to roll into range there. That is a bit of a mistake there for sure. And then ByuN just takes the opportunity in the chaos to just drop here inside the main base of GuMiho, simultaneously assaulting the 3rd base and the main. Trying to kind of win this battle at the top of the ramp, and if you can do that, I think GuMiho might just be done. Siege Tank, though, sets up on the ramp, and ByuN decides it's time to back on out. Nice interference matrix on one of the Ravens and 2 of the Siege Tanks, and that's one way to dislodge tanks from the position.
Oh, Ravens.
Yeah, ByuN just kind of setting up home in this corner of GuMiho's main.
Reactors going down, really going to hamper GuMiho's production. We already see him at 1,000 minerals. He needs to be producing everything he can. Viking, Ravens should allow this to be cleaned up, but ByuN is getting every bit of value out of these units he can.
Yeah, and then just trying to escape with these medevacs if he can, too, with the Vikings chasing. Meanwhile, made another 50 Marines he's going to bring down to this party.
Has this sensor tower been catching these units or not? I feel like
yes.
But GuMiho is kind of in
Doesn't
position.
really...
The 2 Ravens for ByuN can interference matrix these tanks. One of the Ravens gets sniped, but there's another interference matrix, so 2 of the tanks being nullified. This base is in a very precarious position, and 4th base goes down. Interference matrix on one of ByuN's tanks.
Pulling the boys. And that should be enough at the cost of 11 SCVs to dislodge ByuN from that position again, but the economy here, 73 to 53 workers in favor of ByuN.
Yeah.
And a 4th base of ByuN coming in here too. Towel Terran in trouble.
Talterran in big trouble. It seems that being the aggressor in this series is really doing ByuN a favor for starters.
Yeah, and I mean, he might just be the most aggressive StarCraft 2 player in the world right now. Just
yeah.
When is he not aggressive? What matchup? What player is he not aggressive with, you know?
Okay, ByuN coming on in, just forcing GuMiho back, forcing him to siege up a tank or two. Okay, GuMiho going for a big drop. I do like this. He's got to be oh so careful. Uh-oh, a scan goes down on that army. ByuN is in pursuit of these medivacs. GuMiho is in such hot water here. ByuN splitting his marines, so he's going to be able to get on top of this army regardless. The tanks are unsieging, but they can actually be kind of trapped here a little bit. GuMiho reloads, but then he's going to have to unload once more. Tanks sieging up a little bit late, going to push those marines back. His army is trapped. It's like Dunkirk here.
The sea on one side and the Germans on the other. Although ByuN's gonna let him get out of there and give him a free tank, sure. Oh, nice. Very kind of ByuN, if accidental.
The third base, incredibly vulnerable here for GuMiho. I don't know where the rest of his army is. It's in these medivacs going towards the third of ByuN. So we're entering a bit of a base race, but ByuN has got a lot more on the ground in this position. GuMiho did lift off the third. Very nicely timed. SCVs are buffering for the small army of GuMiho. GuMiho's at the third. He's not breaching the main base, whereas his own main is going to be incredibly vulnerable, and ByuN seems to be coming out ahead in this. GuMiho's sending more units in. He knows he needs to breach the main of ByuN, but it's not going to happen. Supply drastically in favor of ByuN. I think the Blue Terran's done it again.
And ByuN takes game 2, going up 2-0 in this best-of-7 finals. And man, has he looked good here. Just absolutely terrifying. Yeah, would not want to go against ByuN today. I mean, definitely not anybody in this Freako world, but man, ByuN is just insane. Just looked super, super good.
Yeah, he's looked fantastic. Grezvin will be map number 3 that GuMiho tries to bring it back.
Yeah, and I mean, the pressure he was able to put on GuMiho there, even though it didn't necessarily win the game for him during those attacks, it really slowed him down. GuMiho's macro kind of slipped there as he was dealing with those attacks and from on multiple fronts at once. And that's just too much. It's really too much for any one person to handle. That was insane.
Yeah, and this is a really important match to look at, ladies and gentlemen, as in the GSL groups, there's 3 Terrans in one and 2 in the other, so both of them being, or 2 of them being ByuN and GuMiho.
Yeah, Terran's having a pretty good year.
Yeah, we can't complain.
Which, again, I just want to point out, before this last patch was released, the last balance patch, everybody was complaining it'd be a Zerg-favored balance patch.
Yeah.
And then it turned out somehow magically to be Terran-favored, and everyone's very quiet about it.
Well, I mean, it's not like Zergs are doing bad.
No, but I mean, Terrans are definitely getting more success than they've had in the last at least 5 years. It's been insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Korea EU thing, though, right? It's not like Terrans in the EU are winning it all.
Right.
Whereas then there's like Maru and Kure and ByuN who are winning in Korea as usual, pretty much.
True.
Protoss is having a hard time. I will agree with that.
Yes, and Protoss has had a hard time for a while now. Years.
We got ByuN in the top left of Grezvan.
And in the bottom right, it's our dude. It is GuMiho.
Double gas from each player. No surprise.
No, not even close. And check it out. No proxies again. This is getting weird, man.
Well, I predicted game 4, so I'm sticking to it.
Reasonable.
And I wouldn't put it past GuMiho if he goes down 0-3 to proxy. Yeah, I really do think GuMiho maybe needs to switch it up and be the more aggressive player in this match, as like defending perfectly, again, particularly against someone like ByuN. It's not easy.
Never is. I don't think playing ByuN is easy for anybody on Earth.
No.
Both players' factories dutifully being built by SCVs back at home. No proxy factories, no proxy starports, no proxy nothing. Trying to deprive us of the excitement a proxy can bring. I understand. Trying not to take it personally.
Yeah, I mean, proxies in TvT aren't even all that exciting, because it's pretty much like, oh, Reapers versus Reapers.
Right.
Occasionally someone will go off the grid and make Marauders, but
Pretty rare.
pretty rare, yeah.
I'll never forget the time that TvT was nothing but 5-Rax Reaper versus 5-Rax Reaper for like a month.
Gosh.
It was like the only viable build. It was just Clan Fiesta the whole time.
Yeah, that was before they reduced the Reaper KD8 charge.
Right.
I love that, though, because we had the old school... Well, not the old school, the Cyclones that didn't have... Well, they had the lock on. They just had the ground basic attack.
Yeah.
Like the machine guns. That was the best.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, the positioning speaks volumes for these guys if you take a look. Like GuMiho, he's building his units, keeping them at his natural, whereas ByuN was keeping them at the top of his ramp, and he's going to move out now. Kept producing Reapers, kept producing Hellions, whereas GuMiho transitioned quicker. He's got the Cyclone out, so as long as he's not caught out horribly, he should be fine here. Lock-on goes down. One of the Reapers gets picked off. The Marines for GuMiho come forward, and yeah,
okay.
ByuN, I think, got a little overzealous there.
Yeah, tried to jump on it. Cyclone, very tough in that situation. And GuMiho comes out on top of that engagement, at least.
By 1 Hellion.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's a TvT, man. You'll take 1 Hellion wins.
That's just why TvT is so horrible to play anyway. It's like all that work to come out ahead by 1 Hellion. GuMiho with 2 Cyclones moving forward. I like this. He's going to go into the natural base, lock onto 2 Marines. That's 2 confirmed kills. All the while, there's a drop in the main base, so he is getting more aggressive. He's going to kill off a few SCVs, 4 SCVs. He's engaging the Marines at the natural. He's going to kill them all.
Ooh, 1 guy escapes, but yeah, nice little connections there.
Yeah, really nice from GuMiho. That is exactly the type of thing that I want to see. He did lose his Medivac, which is a bit of a bummer, but kind of unavoidable, I guess, when ByuN had a Cyclone.
Yeah, without a doubt. Cyclones are just too powerful at this stage of the game. Third CC from GuMiho, just about done. ByuN's is landed on a location, so that's a nice advantage for the Red Terran player here. And yeah, Raven just worth their weight in gold in this matchup. Disabling tanks is a great way to break tank lines before they get too big to deal with. Because, you know, nobody likes playing the kind of TvT where it's tank line versus tank line and one miss rally, one bad position can lose you the game.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Like, we saw how fast those base races accelerated in the previous game. third base on location for ByuN, so once again being a little bit more bold than his opponent. GuMiho's gonna float his over.
Armory popping up from ByuN, and here goes GuMiho. Is he moving out? I mean, ByuN's already moving out, so hey. Oh, he wants those Cyclones so bad, but good reaction time from GuMiho there.
Great
Fantastic.
reaction time. Okay, GuMiho pushing towards ByuN's natural. He's got 2 Ravens. He can interference matrix these tanks. This could be a huge play from the blue Terran. Finally striking back against ByuN, and look at that. ByuN's got to abandon the base.
Yeah, he's got to pull that tank back to the natural. He's going to lift off that third. Meanwhile, he is sending a drop into the main base of GuMiho. If he can find an area to unload, never mind, turns to the third. And GuMiho pulling some dudes back to try to deal with this. Beautiful counterattack here from ByuN, getting a lot of GuMiho's attention.
Yeah, still though, ByuN got pushed off his third. GuMiho just has to deal with 10 Marines and 2 Medivacs, which easier said than done, but there we go. Comes on in, pushes away ByuN, grabs one of the Medivacs full, the second goes down. That is perfect for the blue Terran.
Oh, crap. GuMiho is now up 68 to 39 total supply. Both those Medivacs went down with every Marine inside all hands. Gonna try to interference matrix these 2 siege tanks. If they can get close enough to toss those down. There are 3 siege tanks, so I don't think there's enough energy for that. For all 3, and a 4th tank came in, but just denying this third base as long as he has. ByuN is desperate to break out here.
Yeah, he really, really is. Trying to load and unload Marines in the Medivacs there, but if GuMiho holds on to this position, he can just win this game. Like, he's reinforcing with like another 20 Marines coming to the front, and I don't see how ByuN's going to break that. The only way GuMiho's going to lose this is if he decides to commit on in.
Right. You could try to attack on in here, but that's just absolute suicide. I'm trying to like come up with a way of your ByuN to do this.
Oh no, mistake.
Okay, kept the Raven alive.
Yeah.
ByuN sieging up, but all right, here we go. ByuN breaking out, walking into this tank fire. Just, I think, and beautiful concave here from ByuN. Did he? What?
I don't know how
ByuN
he did
is
that.
a magician.
GuMiho just had too much supply back at home. He was scared.
He was worried about another drop coming in and killing him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
He was. Now ByuN, with his worker lead that he's been producing non-stop, he's able to just resaturate up that third base real quick. He's still down a little bit of supply, but man, that was supposed to be GuMiho's chance. Okay, GuMiho's coming up towards the natural base of ByuN, but there's 3 tanks sieged up. 4 tanks, actually. And so that's not going to be easy to break. There's a scan going down, so ByuN's guessing a little bit where his opponent is. GuMiho's loading up into the Medivacs. He's going to fly towards the natural base. This could be great positioning, but ByuN has got a large Bioforce ready to respond. GuMiho has to lift up. He does get on out of there. Minimal losses.
Pretty solid choice backing out of there as quickly as he did. That was dangerous.
Very quick reaction, but look at this. ByuN's got a drop, canceling GuMiho's 4th base.
I don't know if that was the intention of that drop, but it worked out.
Yeah, look at this. GuMiho's putting in so much work to get a supply depot.
Maybe a refinery, yeah. ByuN very patiently, not trying to jump on that.
He may be able to soon, though.
He gets the refinery.
Look at this.
Army value 114 to 98 in favor of GuMiho.
Yeah, GuMiho's retreating. That's the right decision because ByuN was setting up a nasty flank for this army. And he does still know that it's out there. So ByuN's looking for it. GuMiho sieges up his tanks where he's holding out, which is a very wise decision.
scan misses him. ByuN still not quite sure where he is. Which is never a good thing to feel in StarCraft, is where is the enemy's army right now? Uh-oh. Third base, utterly undefended. Holy smokes, there's nothing here.
Miss rally, but
GuMiho!
GuMiho. Oh no, he loses the fourth again. He's gonna lose all the SCVs at the third. He's gearing up for a big attack. He's got to make it happen now. Interference matrix go down, so he's going to get all his Marines into ByuN's third. He's funneling in. Tanks are getting set on up. Can he at least get the third of ByuN?
No.
Oh, no.
It flees. GuMiho's on 2 bases. He's now down 55 to 41 workers. ByuN is pressuring the natural. I'm not sure GuMiho has enough. He doesn't have any medevacs here either.
No, he doesn't. He's pulling the boys. He loaded up into the main base of ByuN, but it's just getting destroyed.
ByuN, how? Oh, brutal. What a brutal, brutal loss there from GuMiho. He had ByuN stuck on 2 bases. He had 3 bases of his own. ByuN magics his way out of that situation.
Yeah.
And then just kind of rolls from there. Insane display of Terran there.
Some days it just seems like a player will not die, no matter what. And that's ByuN today.
Even when most players will, ByuN is not most players.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Well, tough row to hoe here for our guy GuMiho if he's going to come back and win this thing.
GuMiho says something in chat.
Yeah. Something in Korean. ByuN has a response in Korean.
StarCraft, if there's ever a StarCraft 3, can we please get a built-in translator?
Holy crap, that'd be amazing.
Sort of like the Afrika chat has.
Oh, man. That would be super, super awesome. They're having a nice little chat
They
here,
are really having a heart-to-heart or something.
GuMiho's like, how did I lose that? And ByuN's like, well, let me lay it out for you.
All that talking and then just Babylon. Go.
Yeah.
Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in to Afrika World 103. I love doing these events. And big thanks to Afrika for sponsoring them.
Yeah, it's always a great time. Yeah, always a joy to cast ByuN, that's for sure. So Discord has started putting this overlay in the top left of StarCraft that shows who's talking when I'm in a call with someone, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
It's in the Discord settings. It's like overlay or something. I hate
Super
that.
annoying. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is. Game overlay. Get out of here, game overlay.
They love turning those things on all the time. Like, hey, I know you turned this off last week, but let me just re-enable that for you.
You probably like it now, right?
No, I hate it. Like, you are nothing but a voice program. Stay away from my games.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
all right.
Yeah, it's like how they have streamer mode that enables automatically too, and then it like mutes some messages and changes some things, and it's like,
yeah,
no, thank you. I can mute things if I need to. Anyway, it's GuMiho in the top left.
And in the bottom right, it's ByuN. Looking nigh unstoppable right now.
Yes.
And nobody proxying. They are intentionally depriving us laughing games.
These are the most honorable gentlemen that there has ever been.
They are.
Did you see that guy tweet who apparently knows things about Starcraft workings?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's a weird time to talk about a StarCraft 3 considering Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
And considering they just got past the FCC and the EU approved it. So, like, it's just a weird time to announce any kind of a project. I don't know why they would.
Yeah.
Like,
It really
it
is.
would make sense for Microsoft to want to do that project, but until they buy the company, it'd be weird for them to be public about it. And for Activision Blizzard to talk about it when they're getting bought soon and have no idea what Microsoft wants is like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that's why there hasn't been any announcements or anything really.
Yeah, it's just rumors. I don't know if I buy them.
No, I don't know either. I definitely don't think it's going to be a StarCraft 3. Like maybe like a Nova game or something would be awesome.
Oh, maybe get Ghost finally?
Yeah, because there was that canceled StarCraft game. Like the
Ghost.
project that they... No. There was another one that Blizzard apparently was working on, but then they scrapped, like, in recent time.
Project Titan?
Yes, I think so.
I think that turned into Overwatch, didn't it?
Yeah. So they were thinking of making a StarCraft game, and then they made, like, Overwatch 2 or whatever or something.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, from what I've read, Titan was going to be a very different thing. Got totally pivoted and changed into Overwatch. It was more of an open world kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Whatever. I kind of consider Blizzard dead, to be honest with you.
Me too, 100%.
All right, here comes GuMiho. Got his Reaper boys. Got his Hellion boys.
Yeah.
ByuN has literally nothing down here.
GuMiho's going up the ramp, the absolute mad lad. I mean, he gets some good grenades off. 2 Hellions now against 1. ByuN is going to have more Marines popping out in just a second, but it's a trade for GuMiho. He's now in the main base, can cause a little bit of havoc. If he can get that mule, that would be great. Maybe just 1 SCV. Oh, no.
Sick pin.
Poor Hellion got drilled to death. Okay. ByuN immediately moves out with a counter drop. This is the killer's instinct that he has. GuMiho's loading up in a tank and a medivac though, so going for... Oh, never mind.
Cyclone trying to get some hits off here. Not great at killing Marines, but can get the job done.
Yeah, GuMiho does a neat little micro trick. Saves 1 of the Marines there, so he loses 2, I believe. Cyclone and Marine move back into the main base of GuMiho. 3 SCVs dead and counting. Make that 4. GuMiho's moving across the map with a double medivac, double tank drop. ByuN can probably tell by how delayed this response is that he needs to be on the defensive, and he is. Repositioning his Viking and Marines. GuMiho's flying on in. He's got to go somewhere else, though. He's going to the main. He may get on top of this tank of ByuN. If he can get on that and kill that, that would be big. The Viking gets locked on 2. SCVs are pulled while this is going on. There's chaos in ByuN's natural just due to that Cyclone and Marine, and that gets completely cleared up. ByuN's Cyclone has 10 kills. GuMiho's not mining it as natural.
SCVs do go back to work thanks to the response of a siege tank and some Marines there. GuMiho's Cyclone trying to get something done too thanks to the friendly medevac here. Trying to unload in the natural base, but Stim Marines chasing, Raven chasing, and let's just be safe and get out of there, says GuMiho.
Yeah, GuMiho's not dead here, but based on how the previous matches have gone, it's not looking too hot for him as he is down 5 workers. The blue Terran, group it on up. do apologize for the colors getting switched, Phoenix, for pointing that out. Oh,
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, 2 siege tanks, low ground, delaying construction on this third CC beautifully. I don't know if it's enough to force a cancel here. ByuN is not interested in allowing that to happen, but I don't know. Siege tank shots are no joke.
Is there another scan for GuMiho? Yes, there is, so he is going to be able to get that tank if he targets it. He does. There's the interference matrix, but not enough ranged units, so ByuN cancels his third.
Fantastic attack there from GuMiho. Sick. Of course, he hasn't started his own third base, so it's not a huge advantage, but hey, it slowed ByuN down a little bit, and that's always nice.
Yeah, that is big for GuMiho. Like, that's going to close up the gap between them a little bit.
Double factory on the way from GuMiho. Got his own third base on the way here. ByuN's third base is equally about 50% complete. Yeah, that double fac. GuMiho maybe going Demek here, just trying to mix it up. Being down 3-0, not going to hurt anything. Give it a try.
No, it's not. I love that we're finally seeing this out of GuMiho. I do love mech. And so GuMiho got a very high Viking count already. Going to be really useful against a Terran like ByuN, who's more aggressive than a rabid dog.
Yes, good description for sure. So GuMiho's third base landed on the ground on location. ByuN's third base upgrading to an orbital inside of his main. A little bit worried to land out there. So I like GuMiho's spot already.
Yeah, I guess ByuN seeing all those Vikings is like, oh no, I'm going to be getting pushed. He sees the couple of SCVs with it too. All the while GuMiho's like, ha, I'm meching you, fool.
How dare you underestimate me?
There is still potential for GuMiho to go for a push because the tanks and Vikings are incredibly strong until the Terran has got a high amount of bio, and so ByuN is actually going to be contained in his natural a little bit longer. I love this by GuMiho. He's moving in with his Vikings. If he can get that upgraded depot, that would be a great pick-off. And oh, look at that, a sensor tower going up.
Can't say no to a sensor tower.
ByuN loads up a lot of his units into his medivacs. He's going to go across the map, potentially. As he does. Engagement, Vikings against Vikings. GuMiho definitely has the numbers, even though there's an anti-armor missile, so he's going to win the sky fight there. Gets the Raven of ByuN. ByuN's going for the counterattack, however. GuMiho's got 3 tanks. He's got a couple Hellions here. I don't know if ByuN can drop on this, so he's going to go towards the third. There is 1 tank on the high ground that can help try and deal with this. SCV's got to be careful.
Yeah, that's not great. Losing that third base is absolutely brutal. Still, ByuN doesn't have his own third base. Siege tanks and Marines. Another tale as old as time here. Friends with the best. Yeah, really about dropping in there for a second did ByuN, but Vikings, SCVs, ready to go to, not exactly something you want to see.
Wait, GuMiho's third died?
No. It must have.
Oh,
whoa.
God, he just can't catch a break. Now, ByuN coming from behind, attacking on in. He isn't landing on top of all these tanks, so it's going to be a bloodbath breaking this position, but he does break this position, so now the Vikings got to try and get out of there.
Yeah, sensor tower wiped out. And ByuN going to land his third base now that it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
Pretty happily in the knowledge that GuMiho's third base is dead.
Uh-huh. If that hadn't happened for GuMiho, you'd have been in a pretty decent position. Now he's got to try and play catch-up on the bases. His Vikings are going home. He's got to drop heading towards the main base of ByuN. 2 Hellions and a siege tank. They can actually potentially get some work done if those Hellions transform as well. Except they can't.
Siege tank chunking away at that orbital command.
5 dead SCVs, not too shabby for GuMiho. He's got this medivac, he can unload at the third. Not exactly rushing, though. This drop is going to get caught and cleaned up.
And yeah. Some casualties there for sure, but not the end of the world.
Okay, ByuN sees GuMiho's meching, says, I'm going to go for a 4th base, because that's exactly how you counter mech.
Smart stuff. GuMiho's Infernal Pre-Igniter is wrapping up here. Hellions and Siege Tanks and Orbital Commands Oh my in production right now. So pretty even. Both players about 60 workers, both about 70 army supply. No real advantage in bank size either here. So GuMiho's got to feel pretty good about that. The mech's going to try to be more cost efficient than ByuN's army composition is.
GuMiho unsieging all of his tanks is potentially going to be going for an attack, but that opens him up to an attack by ByuN. Are the tanks going to siege in time? 1 or 2 of them siege up, but ByuN has now got 20 Marines in the natural of GuMiho. This Terran player cannot catch a break. Liberators set up on the tanks of ByuN, but this base is potentially going to die. Is it going to get repaired? One SCV is not up to the task. Not enough.
These Marines are heavily overstimmed, and they've taken a ton of tank shots, but they're going to get as much value out of their little bodies as they can. And that is, they're going to kill a tank. No, nice microing back there. Look at him chasing. No, Siege Tank survived, but 18 SCVs of GuMiho died. Worker advantage now big for ByuN. GuMiho needs to get something done now.
Yeah, like he needs to kill ByuN, and he does catch one of the full medivac, well, not quite full medivacs, with his Vikings. That's huge. He's still got the air control by far. Vikings should be able to kill off this base. It's about time GuMiho killed one of ByuN's bases. ByuN's just crossing the map. He pulls back.
Yeah, don't want to walk into a tank line unprepared here. Sky does belong to GuMiho, which is huge in situations like this. Oh no, but the 3rd base of GuMiho's got to lift and relocate into the natural base. He's not happy about that. Liberator getting us some SCV kills here too by GuMiho. Like I said, he owns the skies.
He really does, and he's got a nasty push that ByuN's going to have a hard time cleaning up. He's shut down most of ByuN's mining at this point. Not that his own economy is great, but it's still 8 tanks that ByuN has got to deal with. He's going to need an incredible surround, and I think he's setting it up. GuMiho lands the Vikings at the 3rd base of ByuN, killing off so many SCVs. ByuN's going in, but it's a little bit disjointed. His tanks are getting some shots off on those of GuMiho, but I think GuMiho's done it. I think he's not going down without getting a lick in.
Yeah, 122 to 35 supply. GuMiho takes game 4. Will not go home at the end of a sweep. Nicely done, Towel Terran. Way to get that win.
Yeah, mech is the way, apparently. Well done, GuMiho.
Yeah, it worked for him. Truly, truly fantastic display of how to use mech there. He was in a lot of trouble for sure once he lost that 3rd base, but he's able to take down the 4th base of ByuN and then get into that natural and really start wreaking havoc. And again, controlling the skies in a TvT is massive. Liberators completely shutting down entire mineral lines. Vikings making sure nothing gets close to his siege tanks. Just beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, these two guys playing incredible games. I'm glad to see GuMiho able to get one in, because it's not like he's been playing bad today. Just, he's really been faltering under ByuN's aggression for the most part.
Right, which again, every mortal does. So
yeah.
Nobody's immune to it, that's for sure. Come on, proxy. Somebody proxy. Top left of Dragon Scales, ByuN.
I don't think we're going to see it. These guys are just honorable gentlemen. And GuMiho in the bottom right.
Who are Terrans? Are they really Terran? Are you really Terran if you don't proxy at all in a tournament? Come on.
We're going through one of those waxes and wanes of when everyone's like, oh, everyone proxies, so I'm not going to proxy. And then eventually, after a month of no one proxying, they'll all be like, ah, right, proxy. No one will expect that. Yeah, mech strength really showed in that last game, and that even though similar to the previous 3 matches, GuMiho was down on bases, taking more than he was giving. With the mech, at least he was able to move across the map and just checkmate ByuN. You can't really do that in Bio versus Bio.
Right. So probably should see another mech attempt here. I'd feel better about it as a GuMiho fan.
I would too.
Where are you headed, Mr. SCV? What are the plans in your head right now?
Oh, just keeping ByuN honest.
All right. Boring, but it's an important job, I suppose. Dying to a Reaper gloriously.
Yeah, it's a hard life. GuMiho goes for an extra Reaper, so he's looking to put some more pressure on ByuN as he's sending the SCV up the ramp, whereas ByuN's going right into the reactor, so GuMiho will have more units momentarily, potentially be able to delay this base. We'll see how this skirmish goes. Dives right on top of the Reaper of ByuN, kills the SCV. He's now going to work away on this command center. And yeah, ByuN has his CC delayed a little bit. I don't see GuMiho canceling this, but...
No.
I mean, he's darn sure gonna try. This one Reaper is really putting in the work for GuMiho, and all of a sudden he's doing pretty well for himself. His second Reaper comes on in. Oh my gosh. He's not gonna get...
Oh.
He kills the Reaper. He's gonna get the Hellion too.
No, he doesn't get the Hellion, but this SCV comes in, does 3 seconds of work on the command center, and he's gonna shove it away.
Yeah.
That was touch and go for a second there. And delayed construction continues. SCV, third SCV comes down, and GuMiho's is finishing up, no problem.
Look at that, about a 50-second time difference on the command centers. ByuN down 3 SCVs.
Can't argue with that.
I would love to see GuMiho try and follow this up with some more aggression, like start a Medivac, load that Cyclone into it. ByuN with his 2 Reapers is going to jump to the main base of GuMiho. Cyclone is out for GuMiho, so he can potentially lock onto one of these Reapers, get a confirmed kill. Great repair on one of those SCVs, keeps it alive a little bit longer. However, he does lose 3 for the 2 Reapers. In comes ByuN to the natural with his Hellions, but the Marines do their job and push them away.
By giving their lives and burning to death. Tough way to go, but hey.
They did their job.
Yeah. That's all you can ask. Run, Hellions. You're so... not fast enough. GuMiho has some double Cyclone drop plans. I like it. Sneaky. Aggressive. Enough Marines to shut this down? Oh, a couple Marines go within an inch of dying here. Lock on. Not enough to kill the enemy Cyclone, but enough to escape with his 2 Cyclones.
Yeah, good micro. Hellion and Reaper dive into the natural as well. There's quite a few injured SCVs. The Reaper popping them off kills 6. GuMiho must have, like, had a snack break or drank some hot 6 or something. Because he is turning it on.
Yeah, probably a hot 6. I could buy that. Again, GuMiho says it is an aggressive kind of a game here.
I need to get me some hot 6.
Let's see how it is.
I wonder where I can buy some. I've had it.
Cyclone patrolling for incoming drops just like the one that GuMiho is interested in. And immediate lock-on the medevac.
Keeps the medevac alive. That's huge.
Raven.
Is there gonna be auto turrets? Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Gonna be able to gun down a lot of those SCVs. ByuN's going for a counter attack with his 2 Ravens, so those SCVs that GuMiho need to be pulled right away. 2 Cyclones in the natural base. Oh my gosh, this game is really heating on up here. 9 dead SCVs. More and more of them are going to die to those Cyclones.
11 SCVs down for ByuN here. ByuN comes back around, picks off a couple more SCVs for GuMiho.
Yeah,
but it's 42 to 30 workers now. Yeah, and those Ravens got to get out of there. Tossing down an auto turret just to try to 2 auto turrets to try to cover their escape.
GuMiho may be able to pursue these though with his Cyclones, and if he gets those, that would be a monstrous pickoff, and I think he's going to. 1 auto turret goes down, but look at that, the 2 Cyclones coming in. They want those Ravens so bad. There's the Vikings, there's the Cyclones. Yeah, they're trapped.
That's it. Ravens are dead. That's a massive pickup for GuMiho. 2 Ravens are not cheap.
No. GuMiho's up 10 workers. Like, he's got Stim on the way. 3 CCs to his name. ByuN's only on 2. Like, if ByuN doesn't get anything done with this drop, I think GuMiho pretty much just should win this game. Now, that being said, it is a ByuN drop, but look at that. A tank in the main, 2 Cyclones there. GuMiho not taking any chances. I love this, repairing up those Ravens, repairing up the Vikings. The Towel Terran is looking real good here.
Yeah, not overextending, not getting too crazy with this. Just enjoying his 10-worker lead right now. ByuN says, well, now I gotta get something done. GuMiho scans the maze maze of ByuN, doesn't see much of anything. Immediately loads up a medevac and starts cruising out there.
Yeah, I love it. ByuN's patience really shining through right now. He's saying, no, GuMiho's just sitting back and waiting for a drop, so I'm gonna wait for that. Marine gets locked on. Oh, scans a little bit late. Marines cancel ByuN's 3rd base attempt. That's gonna make GuMiho feel great, because he's had his 3rd done for minutes at this point.
Yeah, that's massive. ByuN just kind of sharking around this 3rd base location of GuMiho, making it a little bit hard to land something out there. And coming up a ramp is, alright, it's a ByuN thing to do. Interference Matrix on one of the siege tanks.
Auto turrets, maybe? Interference Matrix on the tank. SCV is being pulled. Can the Vikings land?
3 of the 4 siege tanks. Yeah. Vikings land. Bonus versus mechanical. Siege tanks are... they do pick off one of the siege tanks that almost survived that engagement. GuMiho's Marines are going after SCVs like they are made out of tissue paper, and GG GuMiho! Wow. GuMiho takes it to a 3-2. He was 1 away from losing, wins 2 games in a row. He needs to win 2 more to win the series, but it's not beyond him.
No, it's not.
He's playing really well these last 2 games.
The momentum is swinging.
Yeah, we still have enough time for another proxy, so hooray. Thanks for winning that one, GuMiho. All right, looks like we're going to be on Royal Blood for next map here. But yeah, that was fantastic. Way to cancel that 3rd base of ByuN's. Way to get little drops into his mineral line, and defending that attack was massive too. Interference Matrix on 3 of the 4 siege tanks, killing all 3 of them. One of them was going to survive, but nope. Viking bonus versus mechanical, pretty big deal in a situation like that.
Yeah, and GuMiho just had a way better economy at that point. Like, he'd kept way more of his units alive, and he did everything right for the most part. All starting off his aggression in the early game with his Reaper. Like, we saw what he did to ByuN. Killed like 3 SCVs with 1 Reaper. It was nuts.
That's absolutely impressive stuff.
Oh my god, they swapped colors again. I'm so sorry, guys.
And it's fine.
In the bottom left, it's ByuN.
And in the top right of Royal Blood, it is GuMiho. And by golly, no proxies from any of these Terrans for the entire tournament.
I love it. Just go watch TY versus Maru in the GSL. I'm sure there was like 19 proxies.
I certainly hope so. Be a happy camper.
GuMiho scouting once more, being the player consistently to do that.
It's worked for him the last couple of games. Might as well keep it rolling.
CV turns around. Will ByuN be able to kill it? Nope.
Not really trying to.
I guess that's probably just in case there was actually a proxy. ByuN wouldn't want to move out so far with his Reaper.
Right.
That's my guess anyway. GuMiho gonna group up with the SCV once more.
Mm-hmm. This little pairing's gotten some work done.
It got some fantastic work done in the previous match. And, oh, ByuN goes for the command center on the high ground, so slight variation there, and GuMiho's like, oh, I'm sad. But still
yeah, here we go. Same story. Oh, KD8 charge takes out his own SCV there. That sucks for GuMiho. Yeah. Brutal.
GuMiho bringing his Reaper back, gonna try and trap the one of ByuN, and ByuN actually doesn't change his course at all, so...
Ooh.
It does go down.
Oh, go up. Why would you not go up there? I guess there's a Hellion, but he's just happy with killing ByuN's Reaper, I guess.
Yeah, he's got his own CC on the way on the low ground there. ByuN's is on the high ground. GuMiho, if he was a little bit more aggressive, he killed 2 Reapers of ByuN, so he could, or just 1, pardon me, but he's ahead in the count, so he could move out with them. And he is doing that. Gonna just cross ByuN's, but he's got a Cyclone on the way out. So that's pretty good for him. Cyclone gonna be 5 seconds out. Reapers can do a lot of damage in 5 seconds, unfortunately.
True fact. Cyclone says, get out of here. Hellion Reaper versus Marine Hellion here. Reaper down. Hellion versus Hellion. Flamethrower versus Flamethrower. Ooh, GuMiho wins that battle. He's not going to kill any SCVs, but that's a nice feeling nevertheless.
Yeah, gets to play ring around the command center a little bit.
SCV gets a hit off. That's so good. And Siege Tank, bam, 1 shot.
And just a slight economic lead there with GuMiho landing his base prior to ByuN. He's got the mules there already mining, whereas ByuN's just landing his. Double cyclone for GuMiho. I've been loving the double cyclones from GuMiho. He's gonna find the medivac.
Forces the unload. Medevac is alive, though. Marine siege tanks of ByuN. Okay, free Marine donated to the cause there. Cyclones want the tank. Pick up, get out of there, evacuate. Very nicely reacted to. Solid reaction there from ByuN. GuMiho rebuffs that attack pretty easily. Still hunting it down. Viking wants to get some shots off here. Medevac manages to escape. Cyclones waiting for the cooldown on that lockdown and catches a lockdown of their own. Cyclone dead in exchange for nice
great pickup.
Ah. 26 to 20 army value in favor of ByuN here. Still kind of sharking around middle of the map, thinking about being aggressive here on GuMiho. Can't blame him for it. GuMiho's third base is started. ByuN, no sign of a third base. Oh, there we go. Now getting started here.
Yeah, he's building it in his main base, though. So, like, GuMiho is making him be a little bit more cautious than he was earlier in the series. ByuN repairing up that medivac. Gonna repair up, already repaired the Cyclone. Probably the tank next. Whereas GuMiho crossing the map. He's got 2 Vikings compared to ByuN's 2 Ravens. See what sort of damage he can get done. Tank's gonna siege up in this location here.
Man, never a good feeling when siege tanks are firing on your refinery. They're close enough to hit your orbital command too. And ByuN trying to bust out here. Interference matrix on one of the siege tanks. The other one's still firing away gleefully here.
Yeah, GuMiho trades out pretty decently there. I mean, he brought 2 SCVs with it and they died, but he killed both the Ravens of ByuN. So that wasn't a bad trade at all. Now they both have no Ravens, but GuMiho's got a very superior Viking count.
Yeah, that's God control. We've talked about it already a couple times today. Double pumping Vikings, ByuN doing the same thing, but if they're both double pumping Vikings, GuMiho's going to continue to have that air superiority lead.
GuMiho is going for mech behind this. He scans ByuN, sees the tech going up, but it's still a single Rax for ByuN, so his production is pretty much non-existent for the most part. GuMiho scans again. He's burning a lot of scans to keep tabs on ByuN. That will hurt his income a little bit compared to his opponent.
Yeah, the Vikings mean your tanks can shoot farther than their tanks can. Not really getting him in decent range for the enemy tanks yet, but just kind of making sure anybody that gets at all closer is going to take tank fire. So ByuN a little bit too smart for that. Not going to enter into that no-fly zone except for a single Marine. Make sure those tanks are still there. GuMiho slowly sieging forward here. He's got an attack coming up that left side too into the third base of ByuN.
Yeah, a few Marines going to be looking to do a bit of work, distract ByuN. Could potentially allow GuMiho to get some pickoffs. His Vikings are flying around. I don't think he planned for a fight there. GuMiho loses 3 to 2 of ByuN's.
That is not what you want to see here. That air superiority is really important stuff here. GuMiho still continuing to pump those Vikings 2 at a time, ByuN 2 at a time. Neither one wants to give up the skies, and I can't blame him. GuMiho decides to pull back after losing his Vikings. But his third base has been rolling for a while.
Yeah, it has. He's up 10 workers, so while he was burning more scans, he does have a pretty good economy going still. ByuN's production is taking a long time to get online. He's got 2 racks done here. No reactors on them just yet. He's building 2 more, but that's a big delay in the Blue Terran's production, it seems. So he's just making a lot of Vikings, making tanks, but he's not going to have that scary amount of bio for a little bit. Fourth base gets identified.
And paused. No big deal, though. Should be resumed by ByuN momentarily.
Double
Man,
starport.
ByuN working on combat shield. 1-1 for his Marines, siege tanks, Vikings, SCVs, command center, supply depot, barracks. His production tab is super long right now. Just working on a little bit of everything.
Yeah, whereas GuMiho's pretty much really doubling down on the Vikings, the siege tanks. He's getting up the extra starports, so he may go for some Liberators too. He gets the Hellions on top of the tanks, but no armory, so they can't be Hellbats.
Ah! And trying to escape just means you take extra tank shots. Not great.
No fourth for GuMiho until right now, so there we
And
go.
ByuN started to add in some Marauders here with the siege tank count, what we're looking at here from GuMiho. I like it.
Falcon, we got a fusion core on the way.
Ooh, we might get our long-promised battle cruisers in this match.
Yeah, there's such air control for GuMiho, it's a chance.
Not a bad idea at all.
Find a couple Vikings, those are huge, huge pickoffs there for GuMiho. Like,
yeah, if you can whittle down the enemy Viking count when you're planning on going into BCs, you feel good about that.
that like almost completely destroys the air control. Vikings land, kill off a single siege tank. GuMiho's looking real good. He's got so many resources in the bank. He's starting up an extra base. There is a lot of Marauders on the way for ByuN, though. 5 at a time. That could potentially allow him to dive on top of the Red Terran's army, and mech can fold sometimes if you're out of position, but... Uh-oh.
We got our first 2 battle cruisers in production in that production tab. Oh, we locked up.
Yeah, we did. That is not good.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. We're still talking, so obviously the Wi-Fi is fine, just the BattleNet is not.
Yeah, that's very strange. Phoenix is upset there's battle cruisers instead of nukes.
Yeah, that's really, really bizarre that it just locked up and...
Well, you can recover from replay if you drop here.
Yeah, I think we'd prefer to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can let the players know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I will put us back on the transition screen. That's so weird.
Yeah, you're still in the game.
I'm out of it, and it says everyone else is on the score screen.
Oh, you're out of StarCraft 2?
No, I'm in Starcraft too. I'm on
Oh,
the,
yeah.
I'm on the
Okay.
home
Sorry,
screen.
that's what I mean. You're still in StarCraft 2. You didn't get
Yeah.
booted from StarCraft. Huh.
Okay. Cover game.
Yeah. Seriously, one of the greatest features they came up with for StarCraft. Amazing.
Yeah, that was a big move for the pro scene.
Sweet. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, the one thing we need if we ever get a new StarCraft is a change to the engine so that, like, it doesn't have to fast forward fully through games to load them.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe one day.
Yeah, because it would be fully doable. You basically just have to, like, save various points. Like, say, like, every 2 minutes in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it can just sort of skip to that 2 minutes, fast forward as needed. Whereas the replays are just structured with all the commands. And then the end state, I guess, because you can, I think, go from the end. No, I guess you can't, though. Otherwise, your covering replays wouldn't take so long.
Mm-hmm. What's on that HUD that's going on to Jim Raynor's face in this picture?
It just says recovering.
And 97% done. Hooray! Great victory.
Okay, and we are back in it.
Whew.
Hooray,
Very nice.
Blizzard.
Yeah, whoever programmed that deserves, like, a bonus. They're probably not with Blizzard anymore.
They're definitely not with Blizzard anymore.
Let's be honest. No way. Let's find them and throw them a party.
Yes, that would be so interesting.
Like, every caster of Starcraft is just like, come join us for a pizza party. We appreciate what you've done for us. Yeah.
He's a hero.
You saved so many games.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't even imagine being like a pro gamer back in the day when you just had to restart the game.
Yeah,
And it's
brutal.
like someone could just lag switch and be like, oh, sorry, I was losing. Yeah. I still had 3 SCVs. Let's regame, I guess. And then
I just
refs.
kept track of people who tried that, and
Yeah, but like...
you only got a certain number of those.
Yeah, but like then refs would sometimes make calls and be like, nope, that game's over. Then people would lose their minds on Team Liquid and be like, no, he still could have won. He just had to do these 19 things right in a row. And
Yeah.
anyway, GuMiho has made battle cruisers, and he just teleported them to the back of ByuN's base like a boss. Is he going to keep them there and wait?
I don't know. He's got Yamato being researched. GuMiho landing Vikings to help clear out some infestation of Marines inside of his natural there. Not a bad idea.
I love this from GuMiho. He's going to probably wait till tactical jump is off cooldown.
That is interesting.
And then they can just go in, deal lots of damage, teleport out, and be completely fine.
Yeah.
I would like to see some armories from GuMiho at this point. He's plenty rich enough, or he has them. He just hasn't started the upgrades.
Yeah, that seems like an oversight for sure.
There's the BCs. There's only one Viking for ByuN, so literally the only answer to this is to run Marines around, like chickens with their heads cut off.
Which is, like, the worst feeling in the world.
ByuN made 21 Marauders. Tell me how that does against battle cruisers.
Not great. But ByuN's on the other side of the map trying to kill GuMiho while he's dying over on his side of the map.
Yeah, he could just teleport some of the battle cruisers back, though. There's like 10 Marines here. He could totally just yeet those BCs home.
Canceling Yamato would be kind of nice. I don't know if it's game winning, but not interested in doing that, apparently.
No.
Yeah, look at these
Vikings
Vikings landing, providing extra DPS
there we
here.
Go. One BC teleported home.
There you go. That's all you need. These Marauders are now all very dead. Has GuMiho just tied this series up?
I think he is potentially buying for the reverse sweep, yes.
That's insane.
One BC camping the production.
Look at this guy.
Like, ByuN's attacking on in with a handful of units. There's a couple of tanks there that are actually doing some good work. GuMiho's got extra CCs. He's got a planetary. He's making more starports so he can just double down on the BCs and Vikings. ByuN has got basically no production. He started 2 starports so he can make Vikings.
Ooh.
But he's got 15 to catch up on.
Yeah, he's super behind. All of his barracks are getting wiped out. His main base is an absolute ghost town here. 116 to 72 armor supply in favor of GuMiho.
GuMiho, please make these into planetaries.
Oh, have you changed the scene?
Oh, God, no! Oh, it didn't change automatically?
Guess not.
Oh, that's the worst. Scene switcher was on. I guess it just doesn't...
Glitched out on you.
Yeah, it doesn't change when recovering from replay. I am so sorry, everyone.
We back.
We back.
Yeah, man, these siege tanks forcing a liftoff on that orbital command. SCVs running for their lives, getting brutalized there, too.
Vikings engaging the Vikings with ByuN. Like, it's 20-9. Okay.
Yeah.
So he does get pushed away. GuMiho, though, he starts 1-1. He's got less workers than ByuN, but way more bases, way more production.
Yeah, if he had upgrades on those Vikings, that battle goes much differently. The fact that he waited so long to start 1-1 is a problem.
It is, yeah, but still, he's got 12 more Vikings. He's got 1 BC, soon to be 4, against 11 Marines. Yes, I am very sorry about that lack of scene switching. Thank you for letting us know. I'm glad we have the occasional English viewer who lets us know those things.
Yeah, super nice. ByuN's building 3 command centers at a time, too. What a weird game this is.
Yeah, I think ByuN's dead, though.
Yeah. Whoa. See you later, Marauders. GG GuMiho.
Oh, GuMiho, what a god.
Forcing a game 7 like an absolute madman.
Incredibly well done.
I cannot believe he is doing this. I mean, I kind of can.
Neo-Humanity is the last.
Woof.
That's nuts. Yeah,
I would have not put money on that being the outcome. Getting to a game 7 after that 3-0 opening by ByuN.
GuMiho just had to mech.
Yeah, just get his groove back with mech and
He
go from
lost
there.
every bio game, and then he starts meching.
Absolutely insane. This is where we proxy. This is where ByuN proxies and pulls the boys.
Okay, both players are ready. Away we go. Neo-Humanity.
Hey, can't ask for more than a game 7 in a best of 7 series.
No, you literally cannot. I mean, I gotta go to work in like 4 hours, but such is life. Okay. It is game 7 in the top left. Can he do it? Can he reverse sweep? It's GuMiho.
Oh, how heartbreaking would it be to come all the way back and then lose this? Bottom right, ByuN.
Well, that's what makes it so exciting, because you know they're going to be fighting for it like mad.
Yeah. No proxies. Sad Falcon is sad. Phoenix offering another 20 bucks for nukes.
He always
would have
does
to get
that.
I know. It'd have to go pretty late to get nukes, though.
Yeah. GuMiho, definitely winning a lot of points in my book with fighting so hard to reverse sweep. A lot of players in these online cups, they will honestly just like, okay, I'm down 0-3, and then just give up. But GuMiho has fought incredibly hard to come back, which is so impressive.
It is. You really can't ask for anything more from anybody in esports.
No.
Or in regular sports, for that matter. Ball sports. Never give up. Never surrender, even when it looks bad.
Yeah, and I guess he probably just thinks about it game by game.
And that's what you gotta do. GuMiho again with the SCV scout, trying to see what's going on.
Oh, a deviation from ByuN. Reaper expand.
Hey, first Reaper expand of the day. Huh.
Yeah, GuMiho
okay with
goes
it.
up and scouts, but he doesn't scout this.
Right. Doesn't see that deep. So that's the Reaper's job.
I will have to remember that the scene doesn't switch automatically when you're entering a replay.
I mean, that's a pretty rare thing.
It is. I think we've maybe done it like 2 or 3 times in all of Africa World.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time we had to do it. It's been a long time.
Yeah. We've been doing Africa World for about 6 years now.
Dang. I've been stuck in a time loop for a while. I really have no sense of that at all. Like, sure, you could have told me 10 years, and I've been like, yeah, of course. Obviously.
Oh, man. That's so true.
This game will end when someone gets their army trapped in that chasm in the middle and gets crushed.
Oh my god, don't say that.
Crushed by the cooling towers, and it's a very embarrassing loss.
That would be fantastic.
That would be, yeah, a climactic way to end it for sure. Like, it's a slow zone too. Why go down there? I just don't understand. Ugh, whatever. They do, though. They always do. Alright, both players making their cyclones, as usual. Got a drop moving out from ByuN. It's going to get intercepted real bad, though.
Oh, it is. And there's the Reapers and the Hellions, too, so they can stay on it. The units have to unload, and they're just going to die. This is so good for GuMiho.
Oh, okay. Medevac down, and every Marine going to die. They're going to take some dudes with them. Ooh, Cyclone shows up as well here.
Yeah,
and ByuN turns the tables a bit. Not bad.
It doesn't work out too badly for him, but he did lose the Medivac, which hurts. GuMiho, he's produced a few less workers than ByuN, though, because ByuN went for that command center. So a slight lead for the Blue Terran.
We'll take it. We take those.
2 Cyclones against 1 since GuMiho lost his. He's got to be incredibly careful attacking on in here. Like, I think this is doomed to fail almost a little bit. As, yeah, it's 2 Cyclones against 1. That is not what you want to have to do. In comes ByuN. What's he going to lock onto? The Medivac, of course. Great control by GuMiho. Keeps it alive. Oh, this Medivac. 2 dead Marines just like that.
Yeah, nice snipe.
3rd base on location for GuMiho, so taking bold plays. And he's going bio this game.
Oh, GuMiho.
Yeah, I know. He's...
Dance with who brought ya. Come on. You don't want to play this game with ByuN.
No, you don't.
That was real bad. That was real bad for you. Games 1 through 3.
It's been long enough he forgot.
He just has a memory like a goldfish.
Oh man, Terran pro gamers. I kid, of course. GuMiho, I mean, he's got a very reasonable shot at winning this game, but ByuN does seem to be the better bio player. He's had the slightly better opening. Not having those 2 Cyclones just sucks for GuMiho. But he does get one of ByuN's, so that's real nice. And there goes ByuN moving across the map. He saw GuMiho. No, he didn't actually see GuMiho's 3rd. Now he does. And in comes the attack. ByuN with the more Vikings, so he can actually really pressure this location. GuMiho's just got to lift it off. He cannot afford to lose the space. Do not continue the trend of losing your third, GuMiho.
Flee. Flee for your life, third base. Oh, is he going in? Oh, interference matrix on that siege tank. Not great.
Stim is just about done for GuMiho. This can be his moment potentially, but those tanks are far too lethal. We either need to see mass auto turrets chucked down or interference matrix. I honestly think auto turrets may be better if he goes for this. ByuN, yeah, stepping on GuMiho's neck a little bit. The Ravens are caught by 2 Vikings.
Oh, auto turrets get revenge, killing one of the Vikings, but definitely worth that trade.
Yeah, that is not enough. The tanks for ByuN are inching forward. GuMiho, he's in such a tough position. He's stimming forward with like 5 Marines. That is not enough. The rest of his forces are coming down. I think ByuN has done it. A bit of an anticlimactic end there. And yeah, GuMiho going for the bio, but ByuN just is so lethal in TvT when it's bio versus bio. And
He's
yeah.
just... I did, yeah. Memory like a goldfish, for sure.
That's heartbreaking. Well played by ByuN.
Yeah, drops 3 maps in a row, comes back and wins game 7 in 8 minutes. Just because GuMiho was like, I can beat ByuN at his own game? Nope, not today. Not today, my friend. That's brutal. Woo! What a sad, sad ending there for GuMiho. ByuN was just like, oh, really? We're doing this? Okay. Neat.
Yeah, that was really heartbreaking. I mean, that's what we want in a best of 7, though, regardless who wins. For it to go the distance, GuMiho fought right to the end, but yeah, unfortunately for him, he fell just a little bit short. Great showing, though. As fans, we all appreciated it.
Yeah, I mean, taking 3 maps off of ByuN is insanely good. GuMiho had a great day. I mean, he sweeps Hero, goes down 3-0 to ByuN, wins 3 games in a row versus ByuN, so kind of some major swings up and down there for GuMiho today.
Yeah, and that is it for Freak World 103. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. And yeah, do you have anything left to add, Falcon?
No, that's it. Again, watch for the next one in about 2 weeks. These are always very fun. Thanks for everyone who used the Matcherino code, and we will catch you in a couple weeks or so.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.